What's going on, y'all? Warhorse here with BeyondReturnGaming, and today I've got a double feature replay for you. So here recently, I went out and bought the new Tier 8 Swedish premium medium tank, the Primo Victoria. And if you're like me, there's probably two reasons you would have ever bought this tank. One, it's a Centurion. And if you're like me and you love Centurions, the fact that you now have a premium Centurion tank is just amazing, because it's basically a Centurion Mark 7, except without the 105mm gun. And so what you get is this 84mm Swedish cannon, which its standard armor piercing rounds are APCR, armor piercing composite rigid. And because of that, the shell velocity is a lot greater than just the standard armor piercing round, and then the premium ammunition is just more APCR. The second reason you would have bought this tank, obviously, is because it is the Sabaton tank. If you've listened to any of Sabaton's songs and you're a fanboy such as myself, you immediately just was chomping at the bit at a chance to buy this tank. And so I bought the tank for about 50 bucks and was just wanting to see how it was. And this was about the third match I played in the tank, and it's gonna get pretty hectic. One thing I do love about Centurions is the amazing turret armor and gun depression that they bring to the table. And so here on Derpenberg, I decided that I was going to go to this flank, knowing that perhaps I wouldn't have the greatest support, because when you spawn in on the north side of the map, a lot of people tend to go to the castle. I didn't realize I would be by myself, though. So as this Schwerpanzer 1C comes around trying to take me out, I quickly track him, go down for the ramming kill, don't quite get it, so I just go ahead and shoot him. And then the dragon comes down to take a shot at me. Already at low health, I've lost more than half my hit points, and the only tank immediately backing me up is a Sherman Jumbo. So it's me and a Sherman Jumbo versus the majority of the enemy team, because there's only about 4 or 5 tanks that went to the castle on the enemy team. And I'm already not at good health. Everybody else on my team is camping, technically, behind those buildings along the B line. I poke out, take a quick shot at the snakebite, and even though a lot of people in this instance would kind of give up hope, they go, really, I'm all by myself, useless team, I'm just going to die here, I'm not willing to give in quite so easily. I've got a good tank, the S51 splashes me, takes off even more hit points, snakebite, sensing blood in the water, comes around for what he thought was an easy kill, psych, shut that down real quickly. The Sherman Jumbo dies. Here comes the dragon. Oh, he's gonna finish me off. I can't reload in time. KV-85 on my team makes an amazing shot there, taking him out in one fell swoop. That's why I'm actually a little glad to have those guys back there. In most cases, it's not good to have teammates camping behind you, but in this instance, anyone who comes over that hill wanting to kill me is now subject to fire coming from them. And so I might not be on the greatest of health, but I'm baiting these guys if they do want to come over and try to kill me. And get a load of this. Sherman Jumbo at about 400 meters. I've got a small crack through the buildings. I'm looking for the shot. Am I gonna get it if he backs up just a bit? Yes. Catch him on fire, and he burns out. Now, I've got still a lot of tanks, and we are winning. It's 6-1. Hopefully, I can hold them off long enough for my team over on the western flank to push through the castle, take out the remaining few tanks that there are, and then sweep down into the enemy base, therefore relieving pressure off of me. Unfortunately, I can't really do anything, because anytime I poke that ridgeline, I am putting myself in harm's way, because the enemy team can get free shots at me, and while I do have good gun depression, it's not nothing like 20 degrees, and so I will have to expose part of my tank to get the shot. And I do not want to risk it. I'm being kind of ballsy here, going up for a shot on the VK, wanting to get a little extra damage in, because you never know, one of those tank destroyers camping the ridgeline just past this one could get a lucky shot off through my turret, and while it is well armored, they could kill me. One high explosive round and I'm done. And not to mention, the S51 did take some hit points off of me earlier. He does have a line of sight on this side of the hill. So I'm taking a little bit of a risk here, but I'm still wanting to get damage in. I'm still wanting to participate in the battle. And so I'm sitting behind this ridge, just waiting for the opportunity to go over, and now that I know the S51's preoccupied with a light tank that is now rushed ahead, I'm free to kind of start coming up the hill, taking a look, There's all these tank destroyers off to the right, and now I seize my chance. The Hellcat's moved off. The Ag Tiger 88 probably doesn't have a good shot off on me, so I pull over, aim at the Swedish tank destroyer, take a shot, knock off some health. The Hellcat now pushes up the hill. He detects me, spins his turret around. I put a shot through the small little stone pillar and pull back. I don't need to take any hits at all, not even from a Hellcat, because he could get a lucky shot and kill me. And it's basically about just waiting for these opportunities. Now that there's only 2 tanks, I'm pretty free to come up here. The Sturtzvon's reloading. He's trying to run away, maybe get another clip loaded, but I've tracked him. He would have made it into safety had he kept going right, but he turned left, and now that gives me all the opportunity I have to claim the 4th kill. Not a bad match in the Primo Victoria. In fact, I would say that's probably about the 2nd or 3rd best match I've ever had in the tank, dealing 2,700 damage, getting a high caliber, and a sniper medal in it. But that's not the best match I've had in it. The next video is the best match I've had in it, and it's a lot more action-packed than that one, more than me just camping a ridgeline. Now we're playing an encounter battle on Rizane. I don't know how to pronounce the name of this map. I'm pretty sure I'm getting it wrong every time I say it, but I'm going to stick with it because I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to stick with it. This map is probably actually one of my favorite maps, though, in World of Tanks. Even though I can't pronounce the name right, I do love a lot of the terrain features in it. It makes it very nice for both medium tanks, tank destroyers, and heavy tanks. I feel like it's a good balance. There's plenty of cover and bushes. There's plenty of hills for tanks like the Centurion that have good gun depression. There's nice, excuse me, there's nice avenues that light tanks can use to go spotting, and there's plenty of spots that artillery can hide. I feel like it's a very well-balanced map. I push up here on this little castle area because, like I had said in a previous video, if you don't take control of the castle area, you're pretty much giving up the map. It's kind of like mines. You have to secure this major elevation point up here, because then you can just free look the entire map and take shots off anywhere you want. Get some initial spots off, spot 3 tanks, but I'm detected, so I pull back a little bit. There's a Sturmil over there who is gonna be a little bit of a threat because he is fully upgraded, and so with that 128mm gun, he can inflict some serious damage on me if I were to let him hit me. Me and the KV-4 push around to the left. The whole team's up here at this little castle, which is a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing because we control the castle, but a bad thing because we've pretty much left everywhere else on the map free to the enemy team. And me being in just a small Centurion, I'm not about to just run out on my own and hope I can take on the enemy team. I take a hit from my left, I pull back, ricochet a couple shots. I'm pretty sure it was the AMX AC-48 who put the shot in my side that actually penetrated. So I'll wait a little bit, hoping he'll peek back over maybe for another shot. Doesn't look like he's going to, so I come down here, looking for a shot on the T-32. Don't really quite get it, so I'm going to cautiously push through this little gate, see if I can figure out if I can get a shot on him. Doesn't look like I've got a good enough shot, so I pull back. There are 2 tanks capping, but it's still going to take them a while to cap. I'm not too worried about it right now. I take a hit from the A-44, or at least I'm going to assume it was the A-44, because it was a pretty meaty hit from probably his 107mm gun. Take a snapshot at him, it misses. Looking for more targets. I still haven't done any damage yet. Looking around. Man, those 2 tanks are still capping, and no one on our team has done anything about it yet. Well, of course they haven't. We're too busy shooting at other tanks. So, I'm going to push over here with our Sturmil, see what all I can see. Oh, there's a Rheinmetall. Take aim at the Rheinmetall. He's going down the hill. Sturmil gets a shot into him. I track him. I'm going to reload well before the Sturmil does, so I start leading the target on the Rheinmetall. Fire, take him out. Kill number 1. Looking around, there's a hammer, but I don't quite have a shot on him. Ah, a T-71, you'll do. I put a shot into him, the Sturmil puts a shot into him, and he pulls back on low health. I'm unable to finish him off because he does get into cover. There is a Swedish tank destroyer, and I can't quite get a shot on. The little Udas, those are small little tanks, and I've always struggled with them. But here we go, action time. There's very few seconds left. They're about to cap out, so me and the Sturmil rush down. I think the whole team just rushes all at once, realizing, uh-oh, they're about to cap. And with 2 seconds left, I get in the cap circle and contest it. So that crisis is averted. We don't have to worry about them winning by a cap. But with the score still 4-4, we're not necessarily out of the woods yet, because if any of us die or get out of the cap circle, they are going to win. I try to take a shot at Struemil. Unfortunately, the IS-6's barrel gets in the way, and as the IS-6 is pushing up, I'm looking for a shot on the AMX, don't see it. The Carnarvon fires at the IS-6. I take aim at him, there's no shot. Still don't have a really good shot on him. Alright, I've had it. 2 seconds left. It's an M6 and a Type 58 who's contesting it. I'm going to look at the hammer, but he's not interested in me. Hello, boys. Can I interest you in some Swedish heavy metal? Ram the M6. The Type 58 suddenly realizes, wait, no one invited you. Well, I invited myself. So I take him out. That secures the cap. Now, the hammer is to my right, and he's getting bombarded. He ends up dying. There's an AMX AC-48. I take a shot at him. It ricochets off. I'm pretty sure he's tracked, otherwise he would have tracked me by now and started trying to kill me. He fires, takes out the Struemil. I'm aiming for his track and miss. That's when I hear a shot off to my right. It's the Struemil. Okay, well, let's take out the Struemil first. AMX AC-48 bounces off my side somehow. I take aim at the Struemil coming around the corner. Put one shot into him. It's going to take another 2 shots to finish him off, so knowing he's going to start turning my way, I outrun his gun, put 1 shot into him. I totally have him now. There's no way he's going to get out of this alive. Stop. Kill him. Saw an S51, but wait a second, the AMX AC-48's now pursuing me. I've got to get around the rock. I hope the S51 doesn't take a pot shot at me. I get over the ridgeline, wait till he comes over, get the underbelly shot, finish him off. Now, taking a look for the S51. He's been detected again. Swing the gun over, take aim, put a shot into him, but uh-oh, there's a medium tank. I gotta get out of the way of a VK who doesn't even know about my position. Okay, well, the S51's dead. Now I can pursue the VK, put 1 shot into him. I'm quick enough to kind of keep pace with him, so I'm just gonna reload and finish him off for kill number 6. That's a Top Gun. Now, looks like the Black Prince has got things under control, so I don't really need to be heading his way. He gets the kill. That just leaves the Carnarvon left, who is engaging one of our heavy tanks. I put 1 shot into him. Reload. I'm easily going to be able to finish him off if I can beat the reload on our teammates. Aim for the turret. Kill number 7. 7 kills and the Primo Victoria. I honestly do love this tank a lot. It generates a lot of money for me, 109,000 silver. I got the Ace Tanker Top Gun Defender and 2,344 damage. Not a bad tank. Of course, that could be a very biased opinion of mine, being a Sabaton fan, but it's a good tank. I feel like it's a very well-rounded tank. It's got decent mobility and a really good gun, so if you're interested in picking one up, I would definitely do it. So, that pretty much wraps up the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. We'll be coming out with more videos, and I will catch you all in the next one.